Please excuse Mount Vesuvius on my face. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening or good night, depending on where in the world you're tuning in, and welcome to my second installment of the Pinterest Diaries. I have been once again scrolling through Pinterest to figure out and to find something epic to try and make. And I found something. Oh yes, I have found a great many things, but this one is something that really tickles my fancy. What do you see? There we go, a nice bundt cake. Lovely, lovely. And look at that. A pumpkin. Yes, 100% going to try and make this. However, my first issue, as I have looked through the ingredients, is a can of applesauce and corn syrup. What on earth is a semi-sweet chocolate morsel? And again, canned pumpkin puree. What is this? Anyway, what I have decided to do is, instead of making this a pumpkin flavoured cake, it's just going to look like one. So what I'm going to do, more or less 2-in-1 here, because two brand new things into one. Researching red velvet cake. I've never made a red velvet cake, and we get loads here. I mean, they look good, really good. Which one should I go for? The one that has 1,000 re-pins, 2,000 re-pins, or 15? I don't know. Instead of a red velvet cake, we're going to make it orange because it's a pumpkin and a pumpkin is orange. So let's choose the hands down the best ever red velvet cake. Truly, it is wonderful, moist and delicious. Let's find out. Oven on at 170 degrees. We're going to preheat the oven and butter a 9-inch, butter 3 9-inch tins. However, as ours is going to be a pumpkin, we have a bundt tin, and no, we can't line this, but we can grease it, so we'll do that anyway. And set that aside. Haven't greased it, I should be greased it, shouldn't I? I'm just going to use the packet. Oh, no, I can't do that. I've sieved my flour and I'm about to do the cocoa powder and the baking powder. However, I have an issue. They use baking soda, which is it bicarbonate of soda? I don't know. Is it the same thing? All that's sieved, and then it says to set that aside. So that's set aside. I always feel like I'm on Blue Peter. Whip together sugar and butter. Sugar's in there, don't have a knife. 6 ounces of unsalted butter. That's a lot of butter. And there's a lot of sugar in this too. There we go. So 6 ounces of butter into 403, very precise, 403 grams of granulated sugar. You would think that they'd make it like 410. Obviously not. I've just found out why they say to use room temperature butter, because I turned the mixer on and every grain, every granule of sugar has just come out of the bowl because the butter was too hard. I don't know what light and fluffy looks like, and my mum's not here to ask her, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue my baking. It looks lighter, it looks fluffy-ish, but it's like eating gravel. It is the grittiest thing I have ever put in my mouth. Oh, so you still need to use this thing. Mix in vegetable oil, blend in eggs one at a time, mixing just until combined after each addition. Mix in a yolk. Mix in egg yolks and then the red food colouring. Okay. So 3 eggs and 2 egg yolks later, I'm ready for the food colouring. However, apparently you can't buy just a single bottle of orange food colouring. It's either red or yellow. When I was standing looking at all the food colourings, I actually had to say to myself, how do you make orange? It's red and orange. No, red and yellow. I have now added in all the food colouring, and I had to add a little bit more because it actually didn't go orange, it was still yellow. And kind of looked like coronation chicken. Gross. Now I have to add in the buttermilk, the vanilla and the vinegar, and then the flour and the cocoa and stuff as well, in separate batches, so let's wish my luck there. Now what I've done is I have measured it out into 2 bits, because obviously I'm making a top half and a bottom half of this cake. So I'm putting it into this, and it was 1.5 kilograms, which is quite a lot of cake. And then I'm going to put it into this, and then cook this one first and then cook that one. Now the issue is, as this goes in, you will notice that no, it is not orange. Do you want it up the sides, or I don't know? And do you smooth it out on the top? Presumably, supposedly. Now I don't like raw cake mix, but this is actually the most delicious one I've ever eaten. Massapequa. It goes in the oven for approximately 26 to 30 minutes. Okay, so first one goes in, then it comes out, and then we put that one in. So like all my cooking endeavours, there always seems to be some sort of disaster. This is disaster number 1. The whole top layer of the Bundt cake came off, and we now have what resembles an old sponge. But then I checked the second one, and we had an even bigger disaster. That is supposed to be a Bundt cake, and even at the bottom it's now seeping through the wire tray. Do those come off? It's actually kind of nice. Using icing sugar and a food mixer thing like this requires some delicate hands and slow speed. Otherwise, icing sugar everywhere. Whip together cream, cheese and butter until smooth and fluffy. Mix in vanilla and powdered sugar and whip until light and fluffy. Oh, maybe take the foil out. I looked round at my cake that was on the cake stand. It has broken into pieces. Not great, is it? This whole section can be taken out. That's just a holy grail of disaster. No need to panic. What we can do is, I actually don't know. Well, this bit's calling out to be eaten. And maybe this bit too. Not going as planned. Oh, when the wind comes down the plain. Vanilla extract. To make the outside of the pumpkin look a bit... interrupted twice by a tumble dryer. To make the pumpkin more pumpkin-like on the outside, I am adding food colouring. Oh, it's on me! Next time I'm wearing an apron. Now is the moment of truth time when I assemble the cake. First step is to reassemble the bottom part. I bet you when we eat this, someone's going to say, it was too sweet. I'll clean up around the edges and get back to you. I guess you could say that the proof is in the pudding, and for this I think that is 100% true. And as we take the slice out, looks okay, I guess. So what I'm about to eat is a mouthful of cream cheese and cake. Would I make this again? No, because it's very difficult. Yes, because it's delicious. But no, because that didn't look anything like a pumpkin.